Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today for our second LinkedIn Live of the year. My name is Jordan. I'm a product marketing specialist here at Empathy, if you don't know me by now. And if you do know me, I'm sorry for introducing myself again. So today we're going to talk about purchase history. So when we talk about purchase history, we think about the rise of artificial intelligence and machine learning, and we're kind of witnessing entities arise that autonomously engage in e-commerce, right? They engage in a lot of things, but especially in the sector of e-commerce. So, they're machine customers, whether they're chatbots or algorithms or AI-driven systems, they're contributing to this dynamic and this interconnected nature of Me2B e-commerce. So that's going to play a pivotal role moving forward, especially during 2024, I think, when we're going to start to see this change take place. And, we always want to enhance personalization and drive innovation for products and for service offerings. But first, we have to make sure that we're protecting consumers, because we're all consumers, right? We're not just building for consumers, we are them as well. So, Dani, how does purchase history do that?
Yeah, thanks, Jordan. Hi, everyone. So purchase history is a powerful search experience that in just a few milliseconds gives customer the ability to search and filter within the products and orders they bought in the past. So you can really think of purchase history as a key that unlocks a lot of different opportunities that answer customer needs. But let me give you an example. So most of us care about our health, right? Striving for a healthier lifestyle. So what about getting suggestions for healthier food based on your previous purchases? For me, at least, sounds like music to my ears. Personally, I'm always looking for tools that make my life easier. I can tell you that this is one of the opportunities that purchase history could give you, and it's just one of many. So providing suggestions is an opportunity, but now you might be thinking to all that spam that you start getting when searching for something on the web. Well, that's absolutely not the case, because here at Empathy, we really care about privacy, and in particular, how your personal data is treated. So those suggestions would be based on your habits and could be refined based on the data that you finally decide to share or not to share. So definitely we can say that purchase history provides a vast amount of insights and offering a comprehensive view of customer preferences, behavior, and patterns. And by powering this data, of course, ethically, the business could really create personalized and seamless experience, tailoring their offering to what customer needs. So it's a win-win, right? And that's the idea behind my purchase history, where we move from a B2B concept to a more human-centric Me2B approach. But now, let me pause a bit, and I'm going to handing over to my colleague, Angel, so you can see a real-life example of purchase history. So, Angel?
Yeah, thanks, Daniela, and hello, everyone. Yeah, let me show you our purchase history application that was developed for a large supermarket chain. This is the counterpart application for search into purchase histories, like the general e-commerce search platform that Empathy develops. Customers use purchase history to repurchase items and review their orders and budgets. By introducing purchase history search, customers will be able to find items that they have previously purchased more efficiently, creating a closer relationship with the customer. This can increase potential revenue with increasing findability of products within purchase history. Among application features, you can see all the purchase data, like the date, the items bagged, quantity, and price. Purchase graphical information, and it allows for many kinds of filtering, sorting, and much more. And apart from matching purposes items, it also returns faceting information. As Daniela mentioned before, a healthy lifestyle purchase history can be integrated with other applications, as we did with a nutrition scoring application that simplifies user selection of foods, promoting healthier shopping. This application queries purchase history to retrieve purchases and calculate product nutrition scoring and dietary veggies. Purchase history can be also integrated with other applications like a pickup virtual assistant, providing data to allow customers to pick up check-ins through their mobile. Now, technically speaking, purchase history comprises two applications, one for indexing purchase data in real time, which deals with some gigabytes every month, and the proper search engine itself with its dedicated search API that has been built with increased performance, enhanced filtering capabilities, and efficient search capabilities similar to empathy search product. Query times are really performant. 90% or 95% of queries are around just a few hundred of milliseconds. That means a reduction from 10 seconds in former customer application.
Wow, so you guys really have worked out how to do this and how to make sure that, you know, we're all getting things as consumers that we want, but also not getting our data taken from us. So, excuse me. So, Angel, you know, we talked about the machine customer earlier. So, can you explain what that part is?
So you guys really have
Because that sounds a little futuristic
worked
to me.
out how to
Yeah, indeed. Machine customers are automated systems that make purchasing decisions on behalf of businesses. And they are becoming increasingly prevalent. Their transactions, much like the human transactions one, generate a wealth of data that holds a lot and a vast amount of insight for businesses. They enable a more efficient allocation of resources, reducing waste, and promoting also sustainability.
Yeah, indeed, it's a quite big change. Definitely, this impacts the way that business relates with the customer, right? And there are, of course, ethical considerations that business have to keep in mind. Purchase history data must be used ethically, and brands, of course, have to respect the privacy of their consumers.
Yeah, of course. And, you know, it's not just compliance with regulations, right? It's really about ethics being ingrained into the organization, like into the brand, because if you're not dedicated to protecting and respecting your customers' privacy, then, you know, there's really no point.
Exactly. In this Me2B model, transparency and trust are the foundations of a successful customer relationship. Like you said, it's not just a matter of compliance with the law, but also, in particular, I would say, foster a long-term customer loyalty that is indeed based on trust, right?
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah. So on the note about privacy, Angel, our purchase history doesn't store any PII, right? Because people might be thinking, well, okay, what happens when you throw the machine customer into the mix? Don't they need data?
Yeah, indeed. That's absolutely correct. Our purchase application doesn't store any API, any personal information, because that information, it often includes sensitive information, reflects our lifestyle choices, even our health-related preferences, and sometimes even our financial standing. And as a privacy-first organization, it is our collective responsibility to ensure that this data is handled with the highest regard for privacy and security.
Okay, so then how do you strike that balance between personalization and privacy? Because as consumers, right, we demand personalized experiences. We want things customized so that we see things that we want to see and that we're interested in. But on the flip side, we also want to make sure that our data is handled with care. We actually expect that, right? And that's something that we're demanding more and more. Great, because that means we're more aware, but it's a fine line, right, Dani?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I totally agree, Jordan. This is indeed a very fine line. And also agree that the balance here is crucial. I believe that the big challenge is identifying the right technologies that contribute, right, to build the solutions that can respond to customer needs in a way that they can trust. And here we are.
Yeah, I also think that transparency is key. Consumers should always be fully informed about how their data is collected, stored, and utilized. Data anonymization and aggregation are powerful tools for preserving privacy and while still giving the brands the ability to derive valuable insights and share them with the customers.
Yeah, I absolutely agree there 100%, and we should note that, we have to advocate for those clear consent mechanisms worldwide, whether it's a news organization, whether it's, shopping for a new dress, shopping for groceries, those consent options, really need to be straightforward. So we talk about consent in many walks of life, right? But especially when it comes to our digital privacy, you have to be able to just say, nope, turn that off. I'm not accepting these cookies. Just give me an Oreo. I don't want cookies on my favorite website. So, when we're talking about empowering ourselves as individuals, right, that choice is so important, because we're not all brands, but we're all humans and we're all customers of some sort. So we have to be able to control our own data, and we're going to be more loyal to brands that allow us to do that, right?
That's indeed the point. I believe that having control of your data is key, because we all should have the power here to decide what I want to share or what I don't want to share, right? And with whom. So especially nowadays, since the algorithms can introduce certain bias concern, right? But yeah, probably this is a topic for another conversation.
Yeah, that could definitely be a whole session in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because you think about, a whole nother use case. If there anyone pharmaceuticals thinking about, implementing this, I personally, when I go to the pharmacy here in Spain, I'm always writing down, okay, when can I come pick up my prescription again? And I write it down in my calendar so that I get a notification. But wouldn't it be nice if I could just go to the pharmacy, because I get a reminder and I know that it's time for me to buy something again, and the pharmacy already has it in stock and I don't have to wait another day, and make sure that everything's done. Like, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, that's
I'm the only one that has this problem. So yeah, I mean, listen, in a nutshell, purchase history and Me2B e-commerce have the potential to revolutionize how we're shopping and how we're interacting, and both as consumers and as businesses. So, as the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. So in this case, the great responsibility is that deep commitment to data privacy and ethical practices. And of course, that's something we are always working on and always advocating for through all of our products, but especially when we talk about purchase history, that's really personal. So to recap, there are 4 important points, right? So purchase history makes ethical use of data. It fosters transparency and makes shoppers and brand lives easier. It prioritizes privacy while also crafting those personalized experiences that we're all looking for. And 4th, it sets the stage for customer-centric digital marketplaces, right? Where we're really putting the customer at the core instead of the brand at the core, instead of selling at the core. We're putting you first. So of course, this goes for purchase history, but these values about, respect and trust are things that we have to consider when we're building any tool, right? Whether you're a developer or, working at another company, or just in your everyday life, be respectful, protect the privacy of others, be attentive to your values and the values of those around you, and learn from their perspectives. We all have unique personalities and perspectives, so we need to learn from them. So that said, Daniela, our product manager for purchase history, thank you for joining us today. And Angela Aguado, our tech lead for PH, thank you very much for joining us here today. We're happy to have you for this second session of the year. And guys, we want to hear your unique perspective. So feel free to send us a message. You can write to me, you can write to Dani, you can write to Angel, and we will see you back here next Friday for another session. And before we leave, let's listen to a little music. All right. A little fun on a Friday afternoon, morning, wherever you are.
Really like this one.